How many of y'all have heard of Sweetgreen? You haven't? Well, let's talk about it today. Also, I saw Alien Romulus, so we'll talk about that at the end of the video. Spoiler free, of course. Well, if you're unfamiliar with Sweetgreen, I would compare it to a bougie version of Kava, which is crazy because Kava is bougie. Similar to Chipotle, it's when you walk in, you get a choice of your proteins, your grains, and then toppings, and they have a whole bunch of different stuff. Now, the difference between this place is twofold. One, when I walked in there, I couldn't believe how damn clean it was. It incredibly clean, almost pristine and scary. The second thing is, it is really expensive. Each bowl costs about $17, give or take. But the food does look really fresh, and some of the ingredients are stuff that I haven't seen at any of these places. It's not Kava because it's not Mediterranean, and it's not Chipotle because it's not Mexican, but it's in the same mold of that, where you walk down the line, you pick your different stuff. This one is one of their signature bowls, and then I did a create your own as well. So this is their caramelized steak onion bowl. Now, I saw this on the app, and I was like, I have to get this exact one. So there's caramelized onion, or I shouldn't say caramelized onion. There's caramelized steak, sweet potatoes, 2 scoops of wild rice, tomatoes, some garbanzo beans. They usually have, they said they were out of it. Oh, fiery broccoli, similar to Kava, but they were out of it. And then it came with a pesto vinaigrette. Now, again, I've never had any of this stuff. I don't know what's what. So we got to go through this and see what's going on. First thing I'm going to do is start with the steak. You can tell the steak is it ain't cheap. That's for damn sure. And it's got that pesto vinaigrette on it, so. I don't want to like this. I don't want to like it. That is the most tender steak I've ever gotten from a place like this. Again, $17.65 for this bowl. But I will say that the steak is melt in your mouth tender. Very rare for a place like this. Normally when I get steak from places like Kava, I'm chewing it for decades. Not in this case. You also get these sweet potatoes, like roasted sweet potatoes. That's pretty good, man. It had to be. You can't charge people this much money and not have people sitting there. And people was there eating food. Some of this wild rice. Wild rice has a different texture than white rice if you're not familiar. So, similar to brown rice, it has that chewy, snap to it. Hard to describe, but I don't mind it. It's not something I normally would order. I'd rather get white rice. Now I'm just gonna mix this in. I also got some garbanzo or chickpeas in here. This is good, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't. I had a feeling that was. It's good. A little bit of these tomatoes. Damn. I don't want to like this much, I'll be honest with you. When stuff costs this much, you kind of get mad. But again, it's in a very expensive mall. If you're in New Jersey, it's in the Riverside Square Mall in Hackensack. If you're not familiar, every store in there, you're going to be spending. And it tastes like you're going to be spending. It's better than a Whole Foods bowl, which is similarly priced if you get this much food. I have to be honest and give credit where it's due. If I hit the lottery, I would eat here a lot more often. It's very damn good. Better than Kava. Better than Chipotle. This combo right here smacks. Damn. I think I like this better. It depends on the other bowl I got, but you gotta hit the lottery, but this gets a 9 out of 10. This is damn good, man. Wow, get this away from me. I'm shocked. I'm not, though. You can't charge this much for some steak. But that's real steak now. But these 2 bowls, I got a bag of chips, and I got 2 desserts. A chocolate bar and a Rice Krispie treat. It cost me $50. It's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money. But let's try the second bowl. I did a create your own on this one, so I could just try different stuff. So this is their create your own bowl. I got white rice, miso glazed salmon. I got some blackened chicken, some blue cheese crumbles, some pickled onions. I got more of those chickpeas and tomatoes. And then I got their jalapeno lime vinaigrette. I know, but I'm not joking with you. Let's try the salmon first. Yeah, it's cooked right too. Better than that Red Robin salmon I had. I like this vinaigrette on here too. Let me get one more bite, but I want to make sure I get a good amount of vinaigrette on this one. That is the most suburban spicy jalapeno anything I've ever had in my life. Jalapeno lime cilantro vinaigrette. It's like a long name. More lime cilantro than anything. If it's jalapeno, it's not. They just put that on there so people feel like they're living dangerously. Let's try some of this blackened chicken with this white rice. The rice is a little dry. The wild rice was way less dry than that. The white rice is a little dry. I also got a hard-boiled egg in here. Hard-boiled eggs, if they're hard-boiled, they are dry to me. But I still like them. But let's see if I could, like, get up in here. Also got sweet potatoes, I forgot. And this one as well. Let me mix this in just a little bit with the blue cheese and the pickled onions and all that good stuff. There we go. A little bit of blackened chicken. You got to mix the rice in. Now, Sweetgreens does have salads you can get instead of greens. But similar to Kava, I don't eat salad. I get greens. Once you get the vinaigrette going, it's not as dry. But alone, anybody who says their rice is supposed to be dry, drogas. No, it's not. Get somebody to cook your rice better. A little bit of that blue cheese. The pickled onions, really, really fresh. This is good, man. More of the salmon. Damn, bougie kava is fire, bro. Bougie kava is fire. This is fire. And they got much better ingredients. And it's much cleaner. I even feel like I'm eating cleaner. All this medley. I like the first one better, though. But it's the first time I've ever said I like white rice. Not as much as wild rice. The first time. But damn. I'm glad I saved these. Because I can eat both of these later on. I'm sorry, I'm chowing down. If you can't tell, I like this. I think I gotta try more combos. Because I think I can build a W-ass bowl. But as far as the ingredients, if you go in there and pick, it's gonna hit. This one I'll give it 8. But that one's a 9. I like those tomatoes, man. Yeah, I'm eating all this later on. Also got these chips. So these are Green Goddess, which is apparently one of their sauces too. Hint of poblano. Ain't no hint. Let me see. Let me see bougie kava. Ain't no seasoning on this. Ooh, kettle cooked. Kettle cooked. That's looking real good. It has ingredients like avocado oil and poblano peppers. But Green Goddess is apparently their best ranch. I didn't know that. Maybe I'll get it next time. Let's get a little scoop on here. Miss Vicky's are better than these. They do taste cleaner, but it doesn't seem like there's not a lot. Maybe a little more. Let me cleanse the palate real quick. I think I'm getting like the blue cheese crumble. This is grape Fanta, by the way. Like I said, I went to see Alien. I'll show you in a second, but let me get one more of these chickens. No, these are pretty good. These are pretty good. The poblano almost gives off like a smoky vibe. Again, not even jalapeno chip spicy. Like, 0. But poblanos are usually not spicy. In my opinion. I hope in everybody's opinion. But these chips, I eat them again. There's something on there. Almost has a feta vibe. But I'll give them an 8. They're definitely good. I don't know how much the bag costs though. Now let's try some bougie desserts. We got a crispy rice treat. It's a Rice Krispie treat, but apparently it's made with a honey date caramel. You can see that right there. This costs like $4. I have a feeling this is going to be good. This is good as That's really good. The honey, date, caramel blend is sweet, but it's not over the top sweet at all. There's almost something. Damn, this is good, man. What the hell, man? Places like this always hit. It's made with brown rice and coconut sugar. And that's what I'm getting. There's a little bit of like this like hoppy kind of taste, but it's coming from this roasted sunflower seeds in here. And I was like, I couldn't figure out what it was. That's why I looked at the back. Definitely what it is. But this is damn good, man. God. If they made these and sold these in stores, I would eat them all the time. Like, not good. Bougie. But if they had a chocolate version of that, I'll go crazy. 8.5 out of 10. That's good, man. Oh, really good. And I also got a vegan paleo salty dark chocolate bar. 70% cacao. No sugar, no refined sugar, no cane sugar, no nut, no. Just no. Just no. Oh, put a bar inside my bar. All right, let's try it again. Dark chocolate for me, I like it. A lot of people don't like it because it's a little bitter. You got to expect that going in, but this is a nice, healthy looking bar right here. Oh, wow. I don't want to like this. They doing something with all this bougie food. I ain't gonna lie. Again, if you don't like dark chocolate or you're not used to it, it's bitter. Much more bitter than milk chocolate that most people eat. Milk chocolate is a lot more sugar than dark chocolate. But the salt gives it that like little bit of wake up that you get when you get like salted chocolate chip cookie, something like that. I happen to like that bitterness from the chocolate. I feel less guilty eating this. Am I going to sit here and say it's better than like milk chocolate? Hell no. But it tastes like what I would expect a salted dark chocolate taste. The salt is present. It's pretty good. I'll give this a 7.5 out of 10. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you got it. No, that's a lie. But some people prefer dark chocolate. This is good. I like that salty. Salt and chocolate, bro, just like little sea salt wakes you right up. If you get a chocolate bar, no, seriously, if you have sea salt in your home, hit a little Salt Bay on there. You'll see what I'm talking about. When I walked into Sweetgreen, I was like, this looks like a bougie kava. When I left Sweetgreen after eating it, it is a bougie kava. I actually really like this place. I'm not joking with you. It's very expensive. So I don't think I could eat there regularly, but the quality in like the proteins and stuff, it's noticeable. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't eat salad, but I saw the salads. The salads look good, the mixed greens and all that stuff. They also had quinoa, which I didn't get. I would go back there eating just for like me. I like it just as much as the other place like Kava. I'm more of a Kava fan than Chipotle, and I might like this one even more. Obviously with price, like if you're factoring in price, not really, but if I'm just talking about like taste and quality of food alone, it tastes better than the stuff you get at like the Whole Foods bar, which people think is it's seasoned. It's not all bland. And even though it's suburban spicy, everything else about it is good. Now, they had a hot sauce. I should have got it just to see. But I wasn't thinking. Again, I'd never been there. The menu is kind of confusing for anybody who hasn't been there. They don't have like instructions or anything. They're just like, what do you want? I'm like, what the hell is that? And that's how I felt. But I like it a lot, man. Sweetgreen is a thumbs up for me. A lot of you have been asking about the movie reviews. I'm going to try to start going back to the movies. I had to go to a matinee, which I never do. I always go at night. But in order to keep my schedule, we are back today with Let's Talk Alien Romulus. First things first, before I even get into anything, I loved the movie. I loved it. If you don't know, I'm a big movie person. Maybe you haven't seen because I haven't done movie reviews in a while. I'm also a big horror and sci-fi person. I'm a huge Alien fan. I grew up watching it. It's one of my mom's favorite movies, Alien and Aliens specifically. I'm one of the few people that enjoyed Alien 3. It's nowhere near as good as the other two, but Alien Resurrection, also, I liked the movie. Did I love it? No, that's when it started to drop off. Alien vs. Predator, I was a fan. Alien vs. Predator Requiem, ass. Prometheus, ass. Alien Covenant, ass, in my opinion. This, to me, is a return to form that the streets needed. It is back to the horror and sci-fi that of the first movie specifically. A little bit of elements from the second movie, but definitely way more of the first when you're dealing with tension and horror. And I just, the entire time was like, just so interested in this entire movie. If you have never seen any of the Alien movies, you do not need to watch any of them to understand. But if you're a fan of the series, you will notice multiple callbacks throughout it. You'll be like, oh, that's, you know how people hit the Leo meme with the and he do that? You're going to do that throughout the movie. I thought that the actors that were in it, it's not a big cast because the plot point of the movie, again, this is the description. They find an old ship and you know what's going to happen. Okay? So it's only like a crew, just like the first movie and the second movie. Not a large cast, but the people who were in there were pretty well done, especially the main roles. The person who plays the droid and the person who plays like the lead person, they're very good. Again, I'm not trying to give out any spoilers. There were very good set pieces throughout the movie that I think were different from the other movies, but still held true to what the lore was of Alien and also added something to it. Added a little bit more of like, you've never seen it before. If you're looking for anything like Prometheus where they start, it's not going to be in there. This is very much a horror sci-fi movie. I also love the fact that they didn't change how everything looked with the sets. Even though everything does look better because it's 2024 and not 1979, it still has like a retro looking, if you watch the original Alien, the ship, it's supposed to be futuristic, but it looks like, you know, 70s. They didn't know it existed. They kept true to that. Everything doesn't look updated. It still looks kind of like that. And I really, really enjoyed it. Like, probably my most enjoyable movie I've done so far this year. But I'm an Alien person. Again, you don't need to watch the rest. But if you're a fan of horror, fan of sci-fi, fan of Alien, it's good. A lot of good stuff in there. Again, I want to give away. I'm not going to give away spoilers, so I won't talk plot or anything. But if I'm giving this a letter grade, which I started to do for movies, this gets a solid A for me. If you are a hardcore movie person, you might give it a B+. You know, if you're like Mr. Whatever, but I don't think that you won't like this if you know what it is going into it. And it does have some pretty new, it's just watch the damn movie. But I wanted to talk about it without going too in depth. I'm going to start doing a little bit more movie stuff again. I want to try to go to a movie at least once or twice a month, but stuff's been busy, thank goodness. Right? You guys have given me the opportunity. I've been able to keep myself busy, but I still got to get my popcorn tins back. I love the movie. I want somebody to watch it so we can talk about it. That's going to be the end of the video, man. Thank y'all for watching. I love y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. And hand signs. They made it to YouTube.